Uchis, Maryland. This is your number before you go. Let's get into it. You guys are going to be at the Merriweather Post Pavilion on Thursday, June 4th. Capacity of this venue is just over 19,000 attendees. They have two box offices. One is the West box office, which will open at 10, and then the South box office will open at 2 p.m. Parking lots are going to open at 5, doors at 6, and show at 7:30. She has two openers. She has Layla and she has Mariah the Scientist. And then, of course, the star of the hour, Uchis. Those who have VIP packages, please be on the lookout for an email from VIP Nation. They are going to send you all of your details as well as your needed time points. Bags. Two rules. In general, bags can be no bigger than 13 inches by 15 inches. They do not have to be clear. So those are your clutches, those are your regular bags, your regular purses, just no bigger than 13 by 15, colored or clear. Second rule, if you want to bring a fashion backpack, it has to be clear. The fashion backpacks have to be clear and can be no bigger than 13 inches by 15 inches. Those who need medical supplies or devices, members of the worker media, and diaper bags with an accompanying child will be excluded from the bag policy, but will need to go through the bag check line at the entry gate for a thorough screening. Diaper bags, media, and medical exception bags will be tagged once cleared through security. Okay, so once again, just so it's clear, in general, for your general bags, they don't have to be clear. They can be colored, just no bigger than 13 inches by 15 inches. If you want to bring a fashion backpack, it has to be clear and no bigger than 13 inches by 15 inches. Cameras, no professional cameras with removable lenses or recording devices, selfie sticks, or drones. That is what is not allowed. What is allowed? Cameras on your phone, your standard point and shoot, a disposable camera, or a Polaroid camera. Just a quick review of what is not allowed. Typically, your DSLR and your SLR cameras are not allowed. When it comes to recording devices, a lot of times those are your GoPros, your DJI Osmos, your smart glasses, your vlogging cameras. Of course, selfie sticks are a no-go and drones are a no-go. There is no mention of there being lockers at this venue or bag check at this venue, so you really won't have any place to put anything if they decide to now allow it in. So I would be very careful as to what I bring. I would just stick to the cameras on your phone and your basic point and shoot. A lot of times they want your lens on your point and shoot to be no longer than 3 inches when extended. So I would play it safe in that area as well. I do know that the Kodak Pix Pro and the Canon GX7 is typically allowed as standard point and shoots. I get a lot of questions regarding specific cameras, and those I do know off the top of my head are okay. If you have any other questions regarding cameras, feel free to drop those in the comments. Binoculars, they are allowed as well, just do not bring the case. Bring the binoculars, leave the case at home. If you have tickets at the box office or you want to purchase alcohol that evening, remember to bring your ID. You will need that for either one of those transactions. Mace, pepper spray, if it's in your bag, if it's on your keychain, leave that at home. That is a weapon and they are not going to allow that in. Aerosol cans. They give examples of hairspray, sunscreen, oxygen canisters, because they view that as a potential weapon because it's under pressure. That's not going to be allowed. So if you want to bring sunscreen, I would bring it in a different form, probably a liquid form more so. I also think of deodorant. Sometimes we'll bring that in an aerosol can as well. Leave those at home. Portable fans, portable chargers, both are going to be allowed. They are fine. Umbrellas, they will be allowed as well, just small and compact. Personal size, no big golf size umbrellas. Keep them small. Blankets, they do mention small blankets are allowed for shows to occupy your personal space. Please be courteous to your neighbors. So don't bring, your large, real big blankets. Keep it for just you and maybe another person. Lawn chairs are allowed. You can bring them. They are to be used only in the GA lawn, the general admission lawn. They are strictly prohibited on the Sky Lawn. Posters, they can be no bigger than 8.5 by 11. Handheld, don't attach them to a pole or a stick. No obscenities, no vulgarities, and just make sure they're not blocking anybody's view. This venue uses a mix of cash and card. They use cash for the merch. So if you want to buy merch, you can use cash. But if you want to buy food products, foods, drinks, you're going to have to use a card. No tobacco products, vapes, or e-cigs are going to be allowed. They do mention that Howard County law prohibits smoking in public places. You can be ejected without refund if caught smoking inside the venue. They do have a strict no re-entry policy outside of medical or other emergencies. If you go out, you will not be allowed back in. So make sure when you're ready to leave, you are really ready to leave, because you'll need a brand new ticket to get back inside otherwise. Outside food, they are going to allow personal food items in a clear, disposable, non-glass container, one per guest. Additionally, one empty or factory sealed bottle is allowed per customer. Okay, so one food item in a clear, disposable, non-glass container, and then one empty where you can refill it in the facility, or a factory sealed water bottle is going to be allowed, one per person as well. Parking. Parking is going to be free at this venue. Rare do I ever see this, but parking is going to be free. They do mention that they operate over a dozen parking lots around the downtown Columbia area. You don't have to reserve anything, of course, because it's free. You just show up. They mention that there will be signage directing you to the nearest parking lots. Of course, there are going to be parking attendants directing you in the right direction as well. Not every single lot is guaranteed to be open, but there should be enough space there to get everyone parked. So just listen to your parking attendants and follow their directions. If you need ADA parking, it's going to be available in lots 2 and lots 4. Okay, that parking lot opens at 6 p.m. The general lots open at 5. ADA opens at 6. Okay, there is a short walk from those lots to the venue, but if you do need some type of transportation from the lot to the venue, they do mention that they have a complimentary shuttle from lot 2 to the venue's entrances. So that is available if needed. Let a parking attendant know that you do need that shuttle, and they will help you with that. The rideshare pickup and drop-off spot is going to be across the street at the mall in Columbia. They mentioned that it's going to be in the old Sears parking lot. If you're going to go the route of Uber, I would give you 2 suggestions. One is to book it in advance, because surge pricing is a real thing. It's going to be way more expensive if you try to book it the day of or the night of versus in advance. And number 2, if you're trying to do this for after the show, I would probably maybe walk a little ways away from the venue. A lot of times these Ubers will cancel because it is so crowded and congested near the venue. So if you kind of walk away from the venue, you'll have a higher probability of an Uber or a Lyft driver actually completing a ride and finding you quicker and getting to you easier. So those are my 2 points for rideshare. Weather, as forecasted right now for the evening, is 89 degrees during the day, plenty of sunshine, and the evening 62 degrees and partly cloudy. So a wonderful night for a show, Maryland. That is your number before you go. Last words of advice, wrapping up this number before you go ahead and download your tickets to the show. That way you don't got to worry about having a signal to be able to download your tickets. You'll have them ready to go or to get you into that venue quicker. You guys have free parking, so no need to worry about parking passes, but parking is going to take time. This is a work week show. You may be running into some work traffic as well. So I would plan enough time to allow to get there and to handle parking, because that takes time, and then to walk to the venue. Looking at the map, this show is just about sold out. The only real thing that I saw left was some on the lawn. There's a few seats here and there, but it looks like it's going to be a full house. So pack your patience. Getting in there is going to be half the battle. I feel like getting out is always the worst. Okay, so bring your patience when you come. Any questions, any comments, drop them. I do try to get back to you as quickly as I can. If Maryland is not your stop for the girls tour, but you are going to one of the upcoming cities on this tour and you want to be at a know before you go, I am your girl. I am following this tour until conclusion, as well as many of the other hot tours that we have going on in 2026. We got a lot going on, y'all. So if you want to be at a know before you go to enjoy your show, if you're not following me, feel free to give me a follow. Maryland, you got a few days left to wrap up your last minute items. Go ahead and prepare. Leave early on time if you want to get there to see everybody on the lineup. You guys, please be safe and enjoy the show. Bye.